Welcome to Sweet Tooth Cakes. We are going to be decorating a baby shower cake. The bottom tier that I've already frosted prior to starting to record is a 10-inch with 2 layers, and I smooth out the frosting just a bit because I know I was going to go over it to add texture to my frosting using this really cute and extremely resourceful tool. It has immensely changed my decorating skill set. It's tiny, but let me tell you something. This tool is extremely useful for adding textures, poking holes, you name it. So the bottom tier, as mentioned, is a 10-inch 2-layer, and the top tier is 6-inch cake. And I baked 2 6-inch cakes, and then I cut them into 2, so making me 4 layers. I'm applying my American vanilla buttercream. There is a video on my channel here that shows step by step and also provides you with the full recipe to make this. It's extremely delicious, not too sweet, and very stable. I've always used this to decorate my cakes. Now, after I've applied my frosting in my way preferred, as seen in this video, I'm going to scrape the cake, as in smooth the cake, I should say, using my my scraper. Now, this process can take some time, but you just have to be patient and practice and go along until you are really satisfied with how smooth it is. Now, I'm creating a marble effect, and to do this, I thought that, let me try it this way. So using that same tool as mentioned before, my little palette knife, I scraped some holes and scraped some lines and also poked some holes along, and then I placed the white frosting in the areas that I created those holes and scrapes, and then I just run my scraper back over it, and it was given a really nice, beautiful marble effect as I intended to. Now, for my bottom tier, which is the 10-inch 2-layer, the top tier is a 6-inch, so I'm using the same size board as the top tier, which is a 6-inch, and creating an outline because this helps me to know exactly where to put my top tier. But before I put a top tier on this cake, I always make sure that I put in at least 4 wooden dowels cut evenly around the circumference of the area that I outlined for the top tier to go on. As mentioned, first of all, stability is very important if you're doing a tiered cake, so do not skip this, and I will not be putting a rod in the middle as yet, because I'm going to be putting on the top tier first. So for the top tier, which is the 6-inch cake, for me to know exactly where the center of the cake is so I can put my dowel in there, this method of stacking the cake has been like the best thing since sliced bread for me. Like, it's made me so much more confident when I'm stacking cakes. So the center rod that was in there, I did take it out and cut it down a little bit more, and then I placed it right down throughout the entire cake for maximum security. Now, for the chocolate drip, I love to work with chocolate drips. And I do want to say this video is not sponsored by this brand that I'm going to mention, but their product is really good. It's the Roxy Rich line of chocolate drips. Trust me, you just have to heat it up for 30 seconds and it's ready to do its magic. Now, from my very own brand here at Sweet Tooth, we're going to be using our gold, pink, and silver cake ball toppers to accessorize this baby shower cake. And I love to work with these for a few reasons. One, I do not have to add additional time to my decorating by dipping foam balls into chocolate. The next thing is that process can be really messy. The next thing on top of that is that they can just simply fall off the cake at the worst possible moment, and we do not want to have that, right? So these are so much more efficient, they're inexpensive, and they also just add an amazing beautification to any theme, style, or age cake that you're doing. Now, our Silver Rush sprinkles here from Sweet Tooth is another amazing addition to decorating. You should definitely have one of these in your pantry, right? I'm going to add a few around the top of this cake to just add some more beautification, as mentioned, because no cake is complete until it has some amazing sprinkles. I'm also going to be adding some of our very own Gold Rush sprinkles here from Sweet Tooth, in addition to the Silver Rush that I added, and this is just going to help to bring more cohesiveness to the colors that we have been using for not only the cake frosting but also the cake ball toppers. Now tell me, if you have not liked this video as yet, you do need to like it. If you've not subscribed to my channel as yet, you need to be subscribed. There's so much more for you to see.